Have you ever felt like you're up against a mountain so tall, it's casting a shadow that's eclipsing your hope? This is the essence of what we call a challenge. Challenges can feel like insurmountable mountains, enormous and intimidating. They loom over us, casting long shadows of fear that can make us feel small and insignificant. The burden of these mountains can make us feel like we're carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders. And the fear they induce can manifest as a sense of hopelessness, a feeling of despair. We look up at these mountains and think, how can I possibly overcome this? These are not just physical mountains we're talking about. They are the mountains of life, of personal struggles, of emotional battles, and of spiritual warfare. But remember, the higher the mountain, the more rewarding the view from the peak. Imagine a small seed planted in the hard, cold ground. It seems impossible that it could ever grow, doesn't it? But here's the beautiful truth. It does grow. This humble seed, despite the odds, pushes through the hard ground and reaches for the sun. It's a story of resilience, a story of faith. Just like this seed, we too face challenges that may seem insurmountable. We too are often planted in hard, cold ground, faced with circumstances that test our faith and resilience. We may feel buried, forgotten, and alone. But remember, just like the seed, we have within us the potential for growth and transformation. The seed does not complain about the darkness, it does not fear the cold. It simply waits, patient and hopeful, knowing that the sun will shine again. It knows that the very ground that seems so hard and cold is what gives it the nutrients it needs to grow. It has faith, and so we too must have faith. Faith that our struggles are not in vain. Faith that gives us the strength to push through the hardest ground. Faith that assures us that our time to bloom will come. This is the power of faith and resilience. It's not about escaping the darkness or avoiding the cold. It's about using these experiences to grow, to transform, to reach for the sun. Just like the seed, your faith and resilience can help you grow, no matter how hard the ground you're planted in. But how do we find the strength to push through the hard ground, you may ask? Well, it's faith. It's always been faith. It's the cornerstone of our endurance, the bedrock of our resilience. Think about those who have weathered the stormiest of seas, climbed the steepest of mountains, and crossed the harshest of deserts. What was their secret? It was their faith, their unwavering belief in something greater than themselves. Let's take a moment to reflect on the story of a woman who, in the face of adversity, found strength in her faith. Her life was riddled with challenges, but her faith never wavered. It was her beacon in the darkest nights, her anchor in the roughest waters. Her faith gave her a sense of peace, a sense of purpose. It reassured her that there was light at the end of the tunnel. Remember, your faith is your inner strength. It's your sunlight, your nourishment, your water. So, when you're up against that towering mountain or planted in that hard, cold ground, what will you do? The answer is simple. Lean into your faith, into the comforting embrace of belief. Remember, it's in the face of challenge that resilience earns its name, and faith unveils its power. It's in the arduous climb that strength is discovered, nurtured by the fertile soil of faith. Remember, your faith is your strength, your resilience is your growth. Reach for the sun and let your faith guide you to the peak of your mountain.